Most guitarists are scrawny weaklings who couldn't pop a balloon with a sledgehammer. For them, picking up anything heavier than a guitar is out of the question. Yet a small minority of guitarists feel the need to pick up pieces of heavy metal only to immediately put them down so that they may pick them back up again over and over. Now, you might not think that lifting weights and playing the guitar have much in common, but nobody cares what you think. They have all sorts of things in common. Both will leave your hands so callous that you could high-five a porcupine and not feel a thing. Neither are topics anyone besides other guitarists and weightlifters want to hear you talk about. And if you're just starting out, whether it's playing the guitar or working out, you're going to look like an awkward mess who has no clue what they're doing. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the most muscular guitarists of all time. These guys know exactly what they're doing, both on stage and in the gym. Most of them can shred like Buckethead, and although none of them are bucket-headed, every one of them is fucking shredded. Number 1, John Petrucci. Most guys could only dream of being as muscular as Dream Theater guitarist John Petrucci. This dude is jacked. He takes weightlifting as seriously as he takes playing the guitar. Whether or not you like Dream Theater, you got to admit, this guy can shred. While I do kinda like Dream Theater, it's John Petrucci's instrumental rock band Liquid Tension experiment that I love. Universal Mind blows my mind every time I hear it. I know it's prog rock blasphemy to say this, but I think Universal Mind is an even better rock instrumental than YYZ. Once you hear Petrucci shred, you won't be able to get those arpeggios out of your head. Between the long black hair, all black clothing, and muscular physique, John Petrucci looks like he's auditioning for 1990's Manowar. Hell, maybe he is the guitarist for Manowar. Since I know very little about them and don't care to learn more, I have no idea. What I do know is that when it comes to picking up a guitar or a piece of iron, no one can put John Petrucci down. Number 2, Zack Wild. This guy's known for being a larger-than-life guitar shredder who's always looked like a beast. And according to his bandmates, he's always smelled like one too, cause by his own admission, Zack only showers like once every 2 weeks. But don't think that you can get away with doing the same thing. Zack's an insane guitarist with a great physique who's played in like 10 huge bands. You're not, you don't, and your band only has like 2 fans. Between being the lead guitarist for Black Label Society, Black Sabbath cover band Zack Sabbath, and taking over for Deadbag Daryl and Pantera, Zack's got his hands full. Literally. With a guitar in one hand and a dumbbell in the other, he's got no way to turn on the shower even if he wanted to. But he doesn't. Zack's too busy rocking out and working out to be staying in and cleaning off. Very, very few guitarists could even come close to filling in the shoes of someone like Randy Rhoads or Dimebag Daryl. Yet Zack has made a career out of filling in for awesome but dead guitarists. You might smell like the living dead and have 24/7 bedhead, but it won't go unsaid that this muscular rocker can totally shred. Number 3, Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. This guy's a freaking weirdo. A big muscular weirdo. I honestly don't even know where to begin with Doyle. The muscles, the hair, the face paint. Between all that and the cheesy horror punk music he makes, Doyle's almost too easy to make fun of. Almost. When it comes to guitar playing, Doyle totally sucks compared to the first 2 guitarists I mentioned. In fact, all the guitarists on this list could tread circles around them, assuming they could get around Doyle since he's a massive muscle-bound monster. But even if they tried, he could just stab them in the face with that goofy, stupid-ass looking hairstyle. Doyle, like his brother Jerry Only, sport what's known as the devil lock, which sounds kinda cool but looks fucking stupid. If Eddie Munster kept most of his hair short but grew out just the very front and the top of his head, he'd have a devil lock, or devil locks, or whatever this stupid hairstyle is called. What it's never called is attractive, or stylish, or even remotely cool. Mr. Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein, not his real name, I think his real name is like Paul or something, was originally a roadie for the Misfits before becoming their guitarist. He didn't seem to mind the fact that Doyle didn't even know how to play the guitar. But he did know how to pump iron, which is why Doyle made our list. What he hasn't made is any good songs since 1983. If only they'd let the Misfits remain dead instead of bringing them back from the grave, this once awesome band wouldn't be leaving behind the legacy of stupidity that it is. Do you want to show off your love of music with a comfortable, stylish, and affordable shirt like this one? How about one of these? You can find shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, and other awesome music-related products at musicbsharp.com. Ordering from the Music Be Sharp store is a great way to show off your love of music while supporting this channel at the same time. So make sure to check out all the cool, high-quality, reasonably priced music-related merch at musicbsharp.com. musicbsharp.com. Number 4, Kerry King. This dude is built like a tank. Tank Abbott. But the similarities between the Slayer guitarist and former pro fighter don't end at their stocky, blocky, muscular physiques, shaved heads, or goatees. Both are from Southern California, both were born within a year of each other, and both totally kick ass at what they do. In Kerry's case, that's playing the guitar. In Tank's case, he kicks ass at, well, kicking ass. Tank Abbott might not have been the fastest guy to ever throw a punch, but in his prime, he was one of the most powerful. Kerry King, on the other hand, is well past his prime, yet remains one of the fastest, most hard-hitting guitarists of all time. With tons of Slayer songs clocking in at over 200 beats per minute, King shreds faster than your skin would if you were riding a motorcycle naked and fell off while going over 200 miles an hour. That kind of road rash will leave you begging for the angel of death. When I think of Kerry King, I think about the loud, fast thrash metal of Slayer. What this beastly man doesn't make me think of are the Beastie Boys. However, I just discovered that King played the guitar solo on 2 songs from their 1986 album Licensed to Ill. Though I wouldn't want to fight Kerry King in his prime, at the time, he soloed on Fight for Your Right to Party between the Beastie Boys rhymes. And then again, more solo in on No Sleep Till Brooklyn. What can I say? KFK for the win. Number 5. Phil Collin. When I say the name Def Leppard, which band member immediately comes to mind first? Naturally, it's their one-armed freak of a drummer. How about second? That would probably be the lead singer. Def Leppard's guitarist, Phil Collin, likely isn't the first or even second band member to come to mind. Hell, he probably isn't even the first guy to come to mind when I mention him by name. But Phil Collin is just as shredded as the other guitarists on this list. The guy's got a great physique. Phil Collin is definitely a lot more muscular than Phil Collins. And although his body's not as tall as Ray Allen's, it's a hell of a lot more symmetrical than Rick Allen's. In 1987, after quitting the bottle, Phil channels his former love of getting hammered and being shit-faced into his new love of getting jacked and hammering people in the face. When he put down the bottle, Phil picked up weightlifting and Muay Thai. When it comes to fitness, Phil ain't fooling around. I mean, have you seen a photograph of this guy? He's a fucking animal. Let's get rocked? More like let's get ripped. Though Phil's been rocking for ages, he's got muscles for days. Number 6. Kane Rambo Roberts. While John Rambo had his hands full throughout the 1980s, taking on an overzealous sheriff in Washington State, rescuing POWs in Vietnam, and using a bow and arrow to shoot down Soviet assault choppers in Afghanistan, another Rambo was using his ridiculously awesome custom-made guitar to kill it on stage night after night, as opposed to John Rambo, who used primitive weapons to kill foreigners in fight after fight. So who's this other guitar-playing Rambo I'm talking about? None other than Kane Rambo Roberts. I mean, look at this dude. Look at him. This muscle-bound freak looks like he could be the twin bro of Rambo, although Kane don't use a bow. If you didn't know, he plays a guitar combo that looks like a machine gun that can flamethrow. So, I wouldn't recommend going anywhere near Kane's flamethrowing, because once it gets flowing and starts blowing, you'll be engulfed and start glowing, throwing your arms in the air knowing that the morgue is the next place you'll be going. Kane Roberts was the lead guitarist for Alice Cooper in the mid-80s, which I find interesting because the two couldn't be more different. Cooper's a scrawny pussy who wears makeup, plays lots of golf, and still sings songs about high school and being 18, even though that motherfucker is like 80 now. Roberts is a buffed-out guitar shredder who doesn't wear makeup or shirts with sleeves if he's wearing one at all, and plays a guitar that looks like a machine gun that can actually shoot flames. Let me say that again. Kane plays a flame-throwing machine gun for a guitar. Kinda makes all those BC Rich players out there who think they're all tough look like a bunch of BC bitches. Your BC Rich might have more spiky points than Bart Simpson's head, but can it shoot flames? I didn't think so. Kane Roberts is the epitome of a muscular, masculine, monster guitarist. He can shred, lift just about anything over his head, and if you step in front of his flame-throwing guitar, your ass is fucking dead. As you can see, not all guitarists are wussy weaklings who couldn't crack an egg with a baseball bat. There have been a handful of muscly freaks who love working out as much as they love rocking out. Who are some other famous buffed-out guitarists that I missed? Tell me in the comments. When it comes to getting in shape or getting to a place where you can play the guitar well, the same principles apply. They both take serious amounts of dedication and persistence. Progress takes time and you're gonna suck at first, which is why 99% of people never even try to get in shape or learn an instrument. And of those who start, 99% quit when results don't come immediately. But if you can somehow manage to keep your eye on the prize, powering through plateaus as they arise, in addition to all the lows and highs, maybe someday your guitar skills will rise and you'll pack on enough size to be listed along with these other muscular guys. If you like this muscle shirt, it's available in lots of colors and sizes at musicbsharp.com, along with lots of other awesome music-related merch. Link in the description. And if you'd like to hear some of my masculine music I've made with my muscles, check out my album Denialism, or search for this dude on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever else you listen to music.